I'll share another story that happened. It was just before. This is the next night. Okay, I meet Andre, and I'm finished with my job in the daytime, things I needed to do in the daytime in Calcutta, and I'm catching the tram, uh, the underground subway, and I'm asking people, okay, where do I need to get off to connect where I need to get off to get to my hotel? And they said, oh, it's MG Road. You get off at MG Road. So okay, and I get on the subway, and I'm listening for MG Road, right? Anyway, so I'm standing there, and this guy comes up to me, older gentleman, and he says, "You need some help?" There's no way I wasn't looking like I needed help. I was just standing there. I said, "No, I got it figured out, thanks." And he said, "Do you need some help?" And I said, "No, I'm really okay." And then he tries to grab my ticket, and he says, "I really want to help you." And I said, "I don't need any help." And I thought he was drunk at this time. So I thought, I don't need any help. You go, just kind of leave me alone. And he was still insistent. So he starts talking to other people. And finally, I said, okay, okay, just look at my ticket. I just wanted to get him off my back. And he says, well, you're supposed to get off at Mahatma Gandhi Road. And I said, no, it's MG Road. He said, no, Mahatma Gandhi is MG Road. They just don't say MG Road on the train. So I was already past the stop, about four stops. So he said, no, you need to get off the train and catch the ride back. So we got off the train. He was getting off the train at the same time. He says, I'm really a gentle guy. I just felt you needed some help. And it's like, how would he possibly know that except that God was guiding him to do that? It's like an angel standing there. And I was being very belligerent with him. I wasn't going to accept his help at all because I thought he was drunk. I thought he was just trying to set me up for something because you never know here in India. And it turns out he was just really must have been led by the Spirit to help me. Because if somebody had rejected me that much, I would just, okay, no problem. So anyway, I get off the train and I'm back and I'm heading back. And by the time I get to the hostel, uh, it was very important because now this time my train is leaving at 11 o'clock at night. And I got back at the hostel at 10. I still had to do some packing and some cooking some food for the train. It was a very tight uh, um, connection. And if that guy had not saved me, if he had not been so insistent on checking my ticket, I'd been way out, who knows where out in Calcutta, some far distant place, having to take the train back. I would have missed my train again for the second night. Okay, maybe I would have met another person, but I don't think that was in the plan. That would get a little too expensive. So God really set it up and to allow me to get to that train on time. And actually, okay, so in the morning when I tried to get the taxi, I couldn't get a taxi to save me, and that was the busy time of day. At night, there was hardly any traffic, and as soon as I walked out on the road, I was thinking, "Oh my God, there's nobody out here." A taxi comes by and says, "You go into where you need to go." I said, "Oh," and he jumps right in. 30 seconds. 30 seconds it took me to get onto that taxi. So when God's planning something and He wants to make it happen, He'll make it happen. When He's not planning something, when He doesn't want to make it happen, it won't happen. It's just the way it's been in this trip.